Hey guys, it's thought I'd do a bit of a video today, being that it's January and it's time for setting goals and plans for the year. I thought I'd do a bit of a video today. I've talked a lot about my vision boards and or my goal boards, and talk a little bit about what a goal board is and how I use them and how beneficial they've been for me. Generally, with our goals, most people are visually stimulated people, meaning that rather than having loads of text and words, uh, you've all heard the saying, a picture can tell a thousand words. So, um, just by looking at a picture, it can tell you everything that's in your words. So you write a goal, who, what, where, when, how, make it as detailed as you possibly can, which gives you like a plan or a structure and stops it from being a wish and makes it something that's tangible and you believe in. But then you need to find a picture that goes along with that goal, in my belief. And that picture, by looking at it, one glance at a picture can remind you of everything that you've got planned out. So I've been using vision boards and goals and so forth for over 10 years now, and it's amazing. I could tell so many stories about how the picture or the thing has come true for me, and just how beneficial it's been is amazing. So I just wanted to share with you my vision boards and what I've got. As you can see up in the background here, this is my longest serving goal board there. And what we've got on there is we've got pictures of different houses. Now, I'm a pretty picky sort of person, and my dream house has got lots of different things. Like, for example, I want it to have an in-out driveway so you can drive in, drive out. So I've got one house there that's got the one picture of the driveway that I'm after. And other pictures there, I've got like the spa pool. The other one is the dining room table that I'm after. The outlook that I'm looking at there, the front of the house and so forth, and a couple of things. And on there as well, you might be able to see, is I've got little words and sayings that are important to me, like divinely guided and protected and different things like that. So, yeah, just at a glance it reminds me, and then I've got cycling stuff on there. Then I've got one specifically for my career or for work side of things, and that's got different things that I want to achieve as a within my career side of stuff there. And again, just different words and stuff that trigger things that I'm after. Obviously, looking for something I want to attract more of is love from friends, family, and so forth, and all that sort of stuff. I've also got here in the blue, you can see it's a lot of all businesses. No business would go along and not have a mission statement, but yet people generally ask them, "What's your mission statement?" And they'd be like, "No, what?" So I've got my own mission statement there. I won't worry about sort of exactly what it is there, but just sort of different things about how I see myself, how I want to be, and how I want to conduct myself, and obviously values. It's also got the top 5 values on there that I want to, number one being personal growth. I want to work hard on myself than I do on my job. Work hard on yourself, you earn a living. You work hard on your job, you earn a living. If you work hard on yourself, you make a fortune. So one of the things that I go by. Attitude: believe and then act as if I cannot fail. Accountability: if it's going to be, it's up to me. So it means I don't blame other people, can't blame other circumstances, other situations that are outside of my control. If it is to be, it's up to me. It's not the way the wind blows on everyone. It's the direction, it's the way you set the sail that counts. Communication basically is how it all comes together. So I can't communicate my vision, my purpose, my belief in things, then basically, that's really the glue that comes together. So they're my top 5 values that I really want to work on a consistent basis and forever, and keep working and developing myself in. I've also got down the bottom here, this one here is my top 5 goals in each area: relationships, income, and health are my 3 main focuses there. And so that's really beneficial. Just at a glance, I can see the top 15 things that I want to achieve generally in a year, in the next year. Sometimes they're ongoing as well. Finally, over here, or not finally, but another one of my vision boards here. I worked this one interesting, is an interesting one because I thought I looked at the 3 areas that are going to, 4 areas, sorry, that really make a difference for me. One is my passion, which is I love my cycling, and that drives me, and it drives me to achieve in all different areas. So success in my cycling, really, I take that success and I put it into my career, my business, my personal life, and it really sort of comes out and makes me a better person. I've got a bit of a circle here from something that I took from a book that I read, and that's just basically a bit about my personality. In order for us to know to be successful, I believe you've got to know yourself, and what works for me is not necessarily going to work for you, and you can't just go by whatever. You've got to. If you know yourself, you can motivate yourself. Basically, same as if you're trying to motivate someone else. If you know what they are and what they like and how they tick, then it's easier for you to motivate them. So it's a little bit about that. And then I've got some income goals with my investing and so forth, creating something, a lasting thing there. So they're things there. Now, this is a little bit different, but I've also got to set it up so I see it on a regular basis. And I'm a big one for meditation and so I like to look at this stuff. So I've got it set up in my spare room actually here. And I usually have the book that I'm reading and notebook so I can note down some thoughts and so forth. And what better place than lay on the bed, spare bed, to check that stuff out, make some notes and so forth. Now, before we finish up, I'm just going to take you through into actually another room, right, and show you. Sometimes if I've got a goal coming up, then I'll have a specific goal board or vision statements, all sorts of stuff. But goal board or vision board specifically for that. And one of the things I've got coming up in the middle of the year is a group of us are going to the Tour de France, and really excited about that. But we're going to do a tour, and we're going to do some of the main climbs and all the climbs, and follow the tour around for a couple of weeks. So pumped about that, and I want to get my fitness and my bike fitness up for that. So what I've done is I've just taken a stack of photos out of some cycling magazines, and you can see that a bit shiny off the light there, but a stack of photos off some cycling magazines just for motivation. Got some of the wheels that I'm looking to that I want, them on a bike. That's kind of cool there. And at the same time, I've also got some other motivation, some of my past success. So that's a picture of from the Taupo, around Taupo. My goal was 4 hours 30, and I ended up doing it 4 hours 27, 54 seconds. So absolutely stoked with that. So that's up there for motivation. You've always got to put some of your past success up when you're looking at building, getting new goals. You've got to remind yourself that you are a success already, and we're all successful, and we've all achieved great things. Sometimes we just need to remind ourselves. Now, finally, what I've got on here is, it's not all about pictures. You got to have some measurable measure. If a goal is to be achieved, it's got to be measurable. You've got to be able to mark your progress. It's just like in karate. When you do well, you get the next. When you achieve a section or you learn a certain amount of stuff, you get another belt. It's a goal-setting thing. So what I've done here is I've laid out some. One is motivation, and the other one is exactly tracking it. So firstly, this is a tracking sheet here for the next 4 months, 5 months, and what I've done is I've measured myself over a certain area, over a certain length of a time trial section, and I've taken down. I've got my goal time for each month, so I'm improving my actual time, my average speed, my time, and the weather generally, because that's going to be another thing that's really going to change the times and so forth. So that's my tracking, that's my numbers. It's not a guess. I know if I'm achieving, I know if I'm moving forward. And you've always got to do that, whether it's looking to get more flexibility. You got to have, measure it. Don't just guess. I think I feel better. And that really motivates you to go more and go harder. If it's weight loss you're looking for, obviously you've got to have targets, you've got to track it and celebrate the small successes. And they then push you on further on. Now what I've got here is this is, again, some motivation. I don't know if you can see it there, but some words in between there. So basically what I've done there is some of the the climbs that are over in France are just huge and massive. If you're a cyclist, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But you know, Mont Ventoux, 21-kilometer climb, almost 22 kilometers at quite a steep gradient. Alpe d'Huez, well known, and different climbs there. So what I've done those, and then I've got some Kiwi ones, some Wellington ones that are local around mine that I can ride, and I've compared the two together, and so I've made a bit of a training thing. And I look at, right, if I think, you know, the Blue Mountains is hard, which is like close to where I am, it's a 7.8% gradient, which is the same as Alpe d'Huez, but the difference is that its distance is 1.9 kilometers, whereas Alpe d'Huez is 13.8k. So it just reminds me, hey, what I'm doing is going to be massive. It's huge. If you want to get a black belt, if you want to lose 10, 20 kilos, that's a massive goal. And then you compare it to what we're doing here. So that's just to make sure that I don't get complacent. Oh, I'm pretty good. I'm doing these climbs easy. I'm fit. I'm healthy. I'm strong. That's all great, but remind yourself, hey, the challenge is going to be huge. It's going to be massive. So stick on it. And what I've done is I've just sort of compared them and said, right, I have to go up the Blue Mountains. I have to do that like 10 times just to equal one Alpe d'Huez. So it keeps me in track, and it's like made some things that are going to be really close. So basically, I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm really motivated. I have my down days like everyone, but generally speaking, I'm up, I'm pumped. I'm enthusiastic about my training. I'm enthusiastic about moving forward. I feel progress, and it's not a miracle. Motivation is not something that you do once. It's something that you do consistently on a day-to-day basis. You have to stay motivated. You have to do certain things every day to stay motivated, and this is just one aspect of what I do. And once you set it up, it's easy. It's sitting on the wall. I can't walk past without seeing it, and that constant reminder is what you're looking for. And it's easy to do. Problem is, it's easy not to do. Many of you have heard me talk about, you know, goals and vision boards and all that sort of stuff, but you haven't actually made the transition to do it. Not because it's hard, but just because it's easy not to do. So I encourage you to do something like this. Maybe post up some photos, or maybe even a video of your goal boards and what you're doing and what you're moving towards. If you've got any questions about goals or vision boards, I'm happy to answer them, work with you with them, either via email, text, give me a call, anything like that. So if I can help you in any way, then please let me know. If you like this post, then make sure you like it, and that way I know that I'll do more of what you like, basically. So here's to achieving your goals. Go forward, smash it, get your goal boards happening, and let's get motivated, let's get inspired, and let's motivate and inspire others. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.